All right, and we are live. Let me get a sip of water here. Get ready to do this. Got to be on top of my game here because I just did a really long Facebook Live. The most viewers I've had concurrently. It got up to, it was above 400 for a while. I got up to 600 viewers. So wasn't going to roll out of there. That's great for my algorithms. So I had a great workout today, feeling good. I'm definitely getting leaner. People can see the difference at this point, right? Sorry, I had an important text come through. I'm going to flip that over now. People who are on Do Not Disturb can still get through. All right, let's get over here to this. Definitely getting leaner, maintaining strength pretty well with it. But the main thing is, you guys notice, of course, most of my training, it's very hypertrophy geared. I only do a couple of heavy sets total. Only one real heavy set is what I'm going to do from now on my big lifts each workout. And everything else is just trying to get more jacked, because I need to get that if I'm going to have any chance of recompositioning while I'm losing body fat. I have to hit some untapped hypertrophy potential with a lot of the stretch position movements, really focusing on it. I've got a protein overfeed, which I'm doing. That's come up too. I guess I can briefly discuss that before we get some questions. How much protein am I eating? I shoot for a bare minimum of 300 a day. And I do mean that. And it doesn't mean I only get 300. It's just that I quit worrying about it once I get to 300. And I just kind of eat whatever else. That doesn't mean I might not later in the day make a 50-gram protein shake and chug it before bed. It's just that I quit caring at that point. So again, my diet is, protein is really kind of the dominant macronutrient right now while I'm doing that. But once we get some people in here, we get some questions going. It's going to be clear. I'm not going to put up with nonsense in here. All right. These need to be educated. I put up with way too much nonsense in lives. And I'm just not going to do that anymore. You guys know exactly what nonsense means. Oh, coach, can I not ask you about mixed grip on deadlift? Of course you can. Of course you can. Hold on, let me check. Kind of important text. And we'll check this while I wait for some questions here. I'll give you guys a minute to trickle in. All right, cool. Yeah, it was not that big of a deal. All right, flip that back over so I can't see anything. All right. None of y'all have asked any questions yet. It's just this time of day, people aren't expecting me to do an 11 a.m. because I don't want to do one later. I got other stuff to do. So it's like now or never. We either get this live in now or we don't get it at all. I need to shave. Getting all stubbly. Look at that. See, I'm not completely bald. I'm just partially bald. But I guess we still call that bald though, right? I think, there's a certain point where, you got to just let it go and quit worrying about how much percentage bald am I, and just go, dude, I'm balding, fuck it, right? Do we get to a point as men to where we go, well, I still got this ring left over here, so I'm not really bald. Yeah, bullshit. I just got to own it at this point in my life. But I gotta shave all this off later. Getting all stubbly. Man, you people are boring today. I just had a big blow up Facebook and in YouTube, not one question. Not one. Yeah. So there we go. Hi, Jason. You were reaching that age where being bald is a sign of wisdom. David, now that I'm 46 and I've got my beard is over 50% gray at this point, by the way. How much gray you see just in the stubble. I'm hoping that I will eventually be wise. I'm working towards being wise. I don't think I'm quite there yet. I don't know. Maybe I might need another 20 years of this before I have any wisdom. You know, the longer I do things and the older I get, the more I realize I don't know as much as I think I do. I mean, I knew so much 25 years ago. Like, I don't know what happened, man. When I was like 21, 22, I knew everything. I don't know what happened. I get into my 40s and I don't know everything anymore. That's bullshit right there. We lose knowledge with age. I did. I mean, I can tell from some of the comments I get. I can tell guy occasionally coaches some 20-year-olds. 20-year-olds know everything. Do I have a formal guitar instructor? No. Nope. But I have clients who are serious, and they've given me some really good tips. Have you ever seen Jim Wendler's speed, singles, and size? Nope. I don't need to see it. I mean, I'm sure it's decent. But I'm probably not going to go look it up. Like, Wendler's not a bad coach. So, I mean, I want to make that clear when I say that. I'm not really going to go look at it. I think Wendler's a respectable coach. I think he gets guys big and strong. All right. This is what it is, you know. All right. What else you guys want to know? Way smaller turnout. I had a big ass turnout on Facebook just now. That one's probably going to hit 10,000 total views in the after. I saw some recent photos of Mikey. He is ripped to shreds. You talking client Mikey? Former client Mikey? If so, yeah, he's done the whole bodybuilder thing. Hey, coach, are 4x10 good mornings okay for ME deadlifts? Or would you do too much stress on the body, soon recovery is proper? No, I mean, 4x10 is fine. But honestly, most guys, I think 3x10 is more than enough. Yeah, Trent, we built a hell of a base on him. And that whole time I had him, we just kept getting him thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker, right? And then when he dropped out for coaching for a while, he did let me know. I chatted with him a little while back. Just do a check-in to see how he's doing. He's like, "Oh, coach, I went full bodybuilder. I shredded down." And yeah, dude's not lying. But I built such a thick base on him that once he was able to cut, I mean, look what was under there, right? I don't think he's having any coaching. He hasn't, to my knowledge, he's just doing it on his own. So I built him up, and we built that base, and we did some cutting. But we built that base over those years. And then he went and just kind of did his own thing and cut down. But it definitely worked. I mean, underneath all of that, he looked like a bodybuilder right? By the time I was done with him. And so then when he went and cut, and he did that on his own, like I am not taking a responsibility for his cut, because I did not instruct or coach or have any input on any of that. He just took where I built him to and then went and cut down. And yeah. But I mean, I think we expected that. Look at how thick he was when we had him at his biggest, like as one of my lifters, right? He was thick. And he was drug-free, by the way, for the record. Legit, he was legit natty. If he was using anything, he was not being honest with me about it. Because as his coach, he was telling me the entire time, "I'm not on anything. I would tell you if I was. I don't plan on going on anything." So, yeah. But he's got a lot of years in. I mean, he had a decade of training before he hired me. He had a decade. He had put 10 years in of hard work. And then I had him for a couple of years. And we made a lot of progress. But yeah. I mean, dude looking like a bodybuilder now, Redman says, "What's up, brother? What's up, man? I'm doing good. I'm just kind of chilled. I don't know how long I'm going to run this one. I'm a little tired because I not only did I train and vlog, I just did an hour-long Facebook Live because the views were just lit. So I stayed in it and just kept it rolling. So I may not run this one super long unless people get really engaged and active. All right. But yeah, hopefully you guys are appreciating the new reels with my Gibson. Super happy with that guitar. Honestly, I love both of those, by the way. I love the American Professional, the Strat, but their just sound is so different. You know, the tones are dramatically different. So even when you guys have heard me play those same songs with the Strat, I'm running multiple pedals to get it that dirty. Okay. Whereas with the Les Paul, when I was doing that AC/DC, I'm not using any pedals at all. That is just the gains on that Marshall amp. And that's not even a high-end Marshall. I need to get a tube amp. I just don't want to blast my neighbors out, with a 40+ watt tube, Then again, my one neighbor, dude, he cranks up his 383 stroker in the middle of the day with a roller cam in it, open headers. So it probably all balances out. It's definitely some car guys on the street. Have you played any Dick Dale? No, not really. And I mean, surfer music's cool and I can appreciate it. It's just not something I've really played, right? I've not actually played any of it, but I respect the style. And I think Dick Dale sounds good. I actually like his stuff. Like, it's not one of my regular go-tos that I would listen to. But as far as listening to someone like Dick Dale and saying, yeah, dude, it sounds good. I like his music. It's just not necessarily my first pick, but it sounds good, right? But yeah, that whole surfer sound. Buckethead is really good. Yeah, no, I mean, you can laugh at the whole persona and the Buckethead part, and it's ridiculous. But as far as being a guitarist goes, he's top tier. He is a top tier guitarist. Like, I'll never play that good. Like, I'll never be in that tier ever. I can keep practicing every day like I'm doing for the next 10 years, and I won't be able to touch that. But we have to accept those things. No, the dude is Buckethead is, in spite of the bucket on his head, is legitimately a top tier guitarist. He's in that upper echelon, right? I don't want to say it because people be like, oh, you can't dare say that. You can't compare him. I mean, he may be in that echelon with, Eddie Van Halen, Yngwie Malmsteen, right? He might be in that tier, legitimately, whether he's got a bucket on his head or not. Dude he's an exceptional guitarist, I'm probably going to get roasted for that by some people. People get really weird with their elitism in music sometimes. All right, what else we got going, guys? Did y'all check the blog out today? I'm down under 220 now, just a hair under. I'm going to keep getting leaner. All right. You guys got quiet on me. Talked a little bit about guitar, and then all of a sudden, nobody got anything to say. But yeah, I do need to upgrade that amp because it sounds good, but it's a $300 solid state Marshall. I mean, it still sounds like a Marshall, but what's for dinner? The only things I'm going to be eating the rest of the day is going to be chicken, broccoli, Greek yogurt, whey protein, and frozen blueberries or frozen cherries. It's probably going to be the only foods I have the rest of the day. I already got my fat in for the morning from all my nut butters and things. So it's going to be 80% protein the rest of the day. That's how I cut. That's how I'm cutting right now. Hey, Coach, how's it going? It's going, man. How are you doing? How you doing, brother? You good? How you guys doing, man? Be a little more lively. What's up, J-Dog? What's up, man? I'm doing good, bro. Like I said, I'm a little voiced out because I just did an hour-long Facebook stream. No, I'm not feeling stronger. I'm cutting. John, I'm down like 8 pounds. The last time you started cutting, you felt stronger. No, I'm holding good though. Like I'm happy with the strength right now. It's holding fine. But I'm trimming down. I'm going to drop probably another 10 pounds, then assess and decide what I want to do from there. Decide if I want to go down to 200, if I want to just try to recomp and chill a little, or a little lean gains from 210. I need to get there and then see what's going on. But, after that, I'll assess, and I may decide to go down to 200 or something. I don't know. But the thing is, I want to keep that deadlift in the 600s. It's kind of important. Old man or not. Yeah, it's on hold. I need to get leaner, John. Honestly, I feel like all that bench improvement I made, all those bench PRs, it didn't improve my outreach. It didn't increase my coaching business. It didn't do any of that. No one who hired me as a client cared at all that my bench had increased. Like nobody cared. So it's kind of like I will eventually get there. But right now I'm like, I need to get leaner. Right? I feel like for my health, for my business, all those things, I need to just get leaner for a bit, get a little bit shredded, then we'll work back up on building the bench back up. But I feel like if I work on the chest size and I continue to work on the hypertrophy of the upper body, that I'll end up hitting like a close grip 405 eventually. So you would say as a point in your life, yeah, probably so, John. Because let's be realistic. I'm not getting younger. And I have to be looking at, can I be as strong and as jacked as possible at any given body weight? Like I've even gone, do I need to be walking around at 225, 227? I don't know that that's the best choice. So I need to be bringing it down, right? So I'm gonna have to play it that way. I mean, my blood work looks good for now, but do I really want to walk around at like 225 or 230? I don't think that that's the best choice for me, honestly. So I needed to bring the body weight a little leaner. I might be the leanest right now that I've been, to be honest with you. I know people were like, well, you were shredded for that weigh-in, but that was a water cut. I was walking around at like 221 a couple of weeks out from that. I'm under 220 now, and I have a bigger bench. I think I have a little more muscle, so I probably am. I probably will. No, I don't. No, you just go try on stuff that fits, man. I feel like some of my boot jeans and stuff will still be fine. A lot of my stuff will still be fine. Right? Jeans are the tricky thing, but they make enough variety. You just go and take a girl with you to make sure that everything looks right. You just pick out jeans. But the thing is, yeah, I can't buy jeans that I haven't tried on. It's not going to work. But you're always having to get new jeans anyways. If my LDL is slightly elevated by triglycerides normally, it's not optimal. It's better to have triglycerides under control than LDL, but you do want to get the LDL reasonable. Vindicase, I did a whole video on that already, weeks ago, if not over a month ago. My dad is in his early 50s. What exercise would you recommend for him? Beginner like him, he's been wanting to lose some weight. Get him under regular stuff, man. Regular, full range of motion, big movements. Get in there teaching, right? Get him on some barbell stuff. He's going to need to start really light, starting with the empty bar. Might have to start him with a trainer bar. It's lighter than 45. Get him in, teach him the basic movements. Basic barbell exercises for full range of motion and good form, right? Yeah, someone mentioned up in there too. They went and checked out Buckethead just now. It's like, yeah, the dude can play, right? That's why it's funny, because the guy's got the silly thing and wears that thing on his head, and it's called Buckethead, but which is just ridiculous. But the guy he's legit, like as a guitarist. He really is top tier. I mean, he really is a top tier guitarist. He's in that top echelon. He's up there. How do you usually train when you have a cold? I just train. I always thought Buckethead. Joshua, that's funny. But here's the thing, and this is in no way knocking Slash. I don't want people to think that I am knocking Slash. Buckethead's better guitarist. And I'm saying that I think objectively. No, I've never seen Whiplash, John. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, or I have no idea, because I've never seen it. Joshua, and again, I want to be clear, I am not dissing Slash with that statement. Like, he's legitimately good. I mean, how many people out there can claim that a song that they played the guitar in has been number one on the billboards? Exactly. You can't hate. In fact, if anyone tries to hate a musician who's pulled that off, and it's one thing you're talking about a singer who used a bunch of auto-tune in the studio, but when you've had a guitarist whose rock song hit number one on the charts in America, you can't say they're not a good guitarist. You just can't. You're just going to sound stupid if you do that, So again, that is in no way, I want to be clear, I'm not dissing Slash when I say that, but Buckethead is a better guitarist. The dude is good, right? And that's a weird thing with people, isn't it? It comes even to lifting too. Because someone else is better than someone, that they'll say that a person isn't great. Which is ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous when people do that. They'll see someone who's great and then someone who's better, and so therefore then that other great person isn't great. You didn't get another. I don't know how they work, Eyewitness, because I don't get any of those for anything, so I have no idea how they work. Wait, was Kerry King actually played for that song on Beastie Boys? I'll have to look that up. Dealt so great, Jason. I'm working mine. Thank you. What time? John, I don't schedule them. Like I come in and I do lives when when I have the time and it works good for my schedule. Does that make sense? And I don't know when that always is going to be. If I hit my strength base, should I start your intermediate program, or should I? That's not. I don't really endorse that. That intermediate is a template I threw together many like a decade ago. If you have a good base, you could go to any sort of concurrent type model. Even the sort of stuff you see my clients do, sort of stuff I do, is probably fine once you have a base. I'd like to see most people go over to some concurrent type training to where they do a heavy set of some type, and then they do a bunch of hypertrophy volume. Exquisite, I don't know. I kind of play it by feel with what I have going on as far as how many of these I plan on doing, here and there. But I'm going to wind this one down really, really shortly because I'm kind of talked out, I've done a lot. I've been in front of the microphone a lot today. How many calories? About 3,500, John. Which is a good size deficit for me. Because usually I'm on over 4,000, up to like 4,500 calories is a normal for me. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and wind this one down, guys. Got to get some other stuff done. Thank you for tuning in. I love all of you guys and gals, and I will talk to you next time.